Okay, well, I'm in my little shelter, not too far from my base. I was flying by, and I just happened to see this sulfur geyser. And I'm really excited about it, too, because I really want to get my hands on some sulfur cubes. Awesome. And it looks like this might be the place to get them. Now I know where there's a geyser, there's going to be a sulfur cave. So I'll pick a spot. I'll start digging down. I'll see what I can find. I'm Pop Up, and thanks for joining me here in Pop Up's Survival World. Stick around, and we'll go down there and see what we can find and figure out what we could do with some of this stuff. Okay, I've got some trapdoors over my head so nothing falls in on me, and I'm digging down. Looks like cinnabar. Oh, that means we've found sulfur. There's a cave. Where's my buckets? Oh, I don't know if we're going to be safe here. So this is a sulfur cave. Okay, well, I've got 6 in my shulker box. I put 2 away in my ender chest just for safekeeping. And I think what I want to try to do, see if I can get one to split, because I may not have to catch anymore. I may be able to just whack him into 2, wait for those guys to grow up. Matter of fact, we'll do it one more time. If we're going to be sitting here waiting. Oh! This one has got a block in it. Well, if I had my shears. There we go. Oh, no, he ate that block again. Oh, come on. I gotta pick it up before you eat it. Okay, I got it. There, you can't eat it now. Let me split you. There you go. Let's see how long it takes for you guys to grow up. I heard I could feed you some slime balls and that would help, but I don't have any slime balls handy. So I'm gonna let you just bounce around here. Okay, until you're big. Then I'll put you in buckets. Okay, guys, we're having a party here. I got a bunch of them bouncing around, waiting for them to grow up. Then I'll put them in buckets. I think they're growing up. We can get you. We can get you. Anybody else? Come on, you guys. Oh, there's one. We got him. There's another one. Now these guys were an afterthought, so they'll take a little bit longer. I decided while I was here I should throw down a few more. Hey, get off my bed. What are you doing to my pillow? Yeah, I know, it's comfy. Gotcha. And gotcha. Let's see. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we've got 2 in there, makes 12. Now I really want a few more, but I'm not going to wait here any longer for them to grow up. We might as well take them home to our base. Well, I'm back. It was kind of dark down there the first time I went, and I was afraid to light it up because I didn't want the sulfur cubes to not spawn, because they are just like any other mobs. But then I realized, once I have a few, I don't need them to spawn anymore because I could just duplicate them. But I do want to get some of these sulfur spikes and some more sulfur blocks. So I brought some potions of night vision, and I'm heading back in. Well, okay, I'm back down in the cave. Let's drink this potion, see how much difference it makes. Oh! And a big difference it did make. Look how many sulfur cubes are down there now. What I really want is these sulfur spikes. Okay, this is not as hard as I thought it would be. Now I'm getting mostly cinnabar because I don't know of a way that we could farm that. We can farm the sulfur, although it's really slow. We can make a farm to do that. With the cinnabar, I don't know how that can be duplicated, really. The spider coming for us? Yeah. Oh, and it's a cave spider, so we're poisoned. That's not good. Let's drink another potion. We might as well get these guys climbing up here. Hi, guys. Alright, well, I made it safely back to base. Got a few stacks of sulfur cubes and some cinnabar. And we got some sulfur spikes. I already used 46 of those to make a sulfur spike farm, which I'm about to show you in a minute or two. And we also got our sulfur cubes. I'm not really sure I want to build this farm or not, but I'm going to give it a go. I mean, it should be an easy one to build, but it's very, very slow. I'm going to start by digging out a workplace. Because sulfur spikes grow so slowly, in order to get anything out of this farm, I'm going to have to plant an awful lot of them. So that is my plan, and I'm going to put it all here into this cliffside, and probably keep it hidden except for the collection chest. We'll see how it goes. Okay, we have a hole dug out. Oh, and our cleric seems to like it in here. Excuse me, Mr. Cleric, but now we need to place some sulfur cubes. And I'm going to place 2 rows of them. Now, the one thing about this farm that I was dreading, oh, we're going to need a lot of observers and a lot of pistons. Now, right here where Mr. Cleric is standing, I want to put a row of pistons. Just like that. And on this side, we'll do the same. Okay, we have our 46 pistons in place. Now we're going to place some observers. We'll put one on top of each piston, facing in this direction. And we'll do the same on the back. Mr. Cleric, please, please. Yeah, take a hike. Get out of here. Thank you. Now we'll place a row of stone behind each piston. Now, on top of the stone, we'll place some redstone dust. And the same on the back. Some people, when building this farm, will place the observers underneath of the pistons. That allows the sulfur spikes to grow 2 blocks, and then when it grows the 3rd block, it'll cut it off. And it seems to me that it takes way too long to get one of your sulfur spikes down to 3 blocks. So I prefer to do it this way, and that way as soon as the spike grows the first time, it'll break it off right away, and we'll collect all the broken pieces in a water stream. Now we'll make a hole for our water stream. Okay, down this end, we'll start by placing 2 buckets of water. Should we get this coal out of here first? We could always use coal. Okay, I got rid of the coal. There's our water. Now we'll take this right down to where it ends. We'll put 2 pieces of packed ice. I usually use normal ice for this, but I don't have any. I'm hoping the packed ice will work. Okay, so what we'll do to extend this is we placed our 2 buttons. Place 2 more buckets of water. That takes us almost down to the end, and we'll do the same thing here. Okay, 2 hoppers at the end. Okay, I'm going to place 2 chests here. And I'm going to place some buttons on top of these hoppers. Well, actually, I put them right here to stop the water. Okay, we could place our other 2 buckets. And that should deliver everything to our hopper and into our chest. Now we have to plant our sulfur spikes. I probably should have done that before I added the water. Well, there we have it. The sulfur spike farm is done. Now what I intend to do is extend these hoppers all the way into my storage area. Put these things into an auto crafter and make some sulfur blocks out of them. That's the idea. Now I know it's going to be pretty slow. These things don't grow very fast, but we have a lot of them. So I'm curious to see what we get. We could take this stuff out of there. And maybe open this up a little bit. Alright, we're all filled in. It's nicely hidden. Come down here to access our chest, and we'll close this off eventually when we get the hoppers run into the storage room. These guys, we need to get these guys out of here. You guys, get out. Get. No. Get. Oh my goodness. Okay, you would never know anything was ever there. Although I do like to be able to see my farm sometimes. Had to put a gate in because these villagers would just not stay the heck out of here. So now they're out of here. There's our collection system. There's our spikes growing. Oh, and look, we already have 3. I covered everything else up. It shouldn't really need any maintenance, but if it does, we know how to get back there. Okay, so that's our sulfur spike farm. Now, what are we going to do with these sulfur cubes? Well, of course, I guess their best use is going to be for mini games. They can be made into different kinds of balls, depending on what kind of material you put into them. Some will go fast, some will go slow, some will bounce high, some will bounce not so far at all, some will slide. There's a whole bunch of different kind of games you can make. My first experiment is going to be with the soccer field. So let's head over there and I'll show you what I got so far. So this is the field so far. We're going to put a wall up a little higher around and maybe a roof, because some of these balls bounce pretty good, and I'm thinking if we use a real bouncy one, yeah, we can play it off the walls and play it off the roof. We won't have to worry about chasing it out of the arena. Now this contraption behind me is how I intend to serve the ball. Depending on whether you have 2 players or 4 players or however many players you have. If you're playing with 4 players, you could have one of your players on this side. The other stands on the pressure plate. Same with this team. One stands on this side, one stands on the pressure plate. Now to load this thing, you just take your sulfur cube and dump it into the center. Now we would have a player on one team would stand on that pressure plate, and the player on the other team will stand on this pressure plate. When he does, it'll serve the ball. So you can either rush up and hit it if you're playing with only 2 people, or you can have players standing by the block getting ready to take the serve. And we stand on the plate. A second or 2 later, the ball pops up and it's free to run over and hit. Now this ball, you can see with dirt in it, does not go very good at all. Although if we hit it with a sword, it's a little better. The goals are just little structures with a hole dug in the bottom. I was going to put some pressure plates down there, so if one goes in, it'll light a light, and you can see that it's a goal. I imagine, yeah, it would have to stay in there to count. The other side's exactly the same. So this is just one idea I had for the sulfur cubes. Another one, I intend to make a mini golf course and maybe a pool table, but we'll have to experiment with the cubes and see which material works best inside of them. Now just to show you real quick how this works, the ball is served up by this sticky piston, and this sticky piston right now is not activated because the redstone torch has no power. Now underneath the pressure plate we have a piece of redstone dust. When we stand on the pressure plate, that's going to cause that torch to go out. When this torch goes out, this redstone circuit will also go out. By itself, that will do nothing. But when somebody stands on this pressure plate and turns out that redstone torch, this redstone line will go dead. Suddenly, there'll be no power to this block. This torch will turn on and the piston will activate. And the piston will stay activated until somebody gets off of one of the pressure plates. So this was really simple to build, not very difficult, and you could easily duplicate it for one of your games. Now I used 3 redstone repeaters here and put them on full delay so that when somebody stands on the switch plate, the ball isn't served instantly and there is a little bit of a delay to give the players a chance to react. Well, okay, you guys, that was a pretty successful adventure. We found ourselves a Sulfur Geyser, which led us to the Sulfur Cave. We were able to mine some sulfur blocks and some cinnabar. We got our hands on some sulfur cubes and some sulfur spikes. Okay, we got our sulfur spike farm up and running, and we got a pretty good start on our first mini game. So, yeah, hope you guys have as much fun in your Sulfur Caves as I did, and come up with some good ideas for your own mini games. I appreciate you all for watching, and I thank you a lot. I'm Pop, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.